What's going on today, guys, and welcome to Eddie Studios, where I put out weekly videos with tips and tricks to help you be a better videographer. But I also do different types of tech reviews and talk about how to even make money doing videography as well. Today's going to be one of those tech review days where I'm going to talk about two different RGB lights that I bought, and I'm going to keep one of them, and I'm probably going to just send the other one back. Hey, boss! Sorry I'm late, but did I just hear you were going to send one back? You should just give it away. We should just give the other one away? How do we decide which one to give away? I mean, you could just have them vote on it. Like send them to your Instagram or something and then have them kind of say which one they think you'll use more. And then the other one you just give to one of the people that voted on it. We should let them vote on it? You'll figure it out. All right, we'll get into that later. All right. So maybe the one I don't keep I'll just give away, but we'll talk about that at the end of the video. So stick around, hear a little bit about these lights, see what's different between them, and then at the end, we're going to talk about how you guys could win one of these two lights. The first light that we're going to talk about today is the Falcon Eyes F7 Mini. This thing is RGB, CRI rating of 96 plus, and can be controlled completely from a phone app. All right, the other one we're going to look at today is a Viltrox RB10. A lot less fancy of a packaging here, but let's hope the light holds up beyond the packaging. This one has a CRI rating of 95 plus, so a little bit less, but we'll see what that really means. Now, I got this Viltrox one in comparison, mainly because they're in the same price bracket of around $50, and it also is the exact same size as my Viltrox bicolor light that I bought a couple years ago and can't get enough of. All right, so let's dive into these two lights. Let's open the packages and see what we have inside, and then we'll start pinning them against each other and see which one I'm keeping and which one I'm giving away. All right, so we'll start with the Falcon Eyes F7 Mini. I'm gonna cut it right open and we'll see what's inside the box. All right, got rid of all the plastic. Falcon Eyes F7 Mini. We've got the unit itself. We've got our mount. Looks like it's adjustable. A couple of ball heads on it that allow it to fully rotate. It's got a nice adapter. I like it. I'll give it some points on the adapter style. It's made of metal. All right, so we've got that with its adapter. We'll set it down. Comes with a charging cord, so it does not give you a block, so you need to have a block for your charging cord, but it does give you USB-C charging, which is USB-C is always a plus. So we've got your diffusion. We've also got a focus grid for it. So I'll be interested to try these out. Let's open up our other package and then we'll start playing with the products themselves and try them out. All right, so for the Viltrox, we are going to open that right up. It did not need the knife. It looked like it was just in there. So, all right, so what we have is the light itself, and it has a diffusion on it. So this is the diffusion. It's a magnetic style diffusion, and like I said, I designed a soft box for my other one that will fit on this one, and I'll show you guys that when we're doing the testing out. And if you have more interest in how I made that soft box, we can do another video on that, and we'll talk then about that. But so I have this diffusion for it, and then it has external battery with a charger. It also has the option to plug in with a DC adapter. This is a lot less small than the other one, so I take away points for it being less of a pocket light, but I'm giving it points because I like having a battery I can interchange so that you don't run out of juice. Adapter's plasticky, so a little bit of a negative there, but one thing that I do like about these adapters is that it goes into it and it has this extra little nib here so that it catches. And then to screw it in, you actually you don't have to do the twist that you do with most of them. It's actually a wheel that you just rotate to get it to tighten down. So rotates on the wheel, and then its motion is forward and back. Also has a screw on top of it, so you could add an additional light. These also allow you to attach more than one of these lights together, as it has this on this side, which is like a cold shoe mount style, and then it has one here so that you can slide them into each other, making you have a wide array. So you can buy several of these lights and make yourself have an array of lights. kind of a positive there. All right, let's start testing these out. All right, guys, so now we're rolling, and I'm going to show you to start off with what the size difference really is between the two so you can see them next to each other, and this is it. So as you can see, the Falcon Eyes is a lot smaller. If you stick them back to back, you see that you have the battery that sticks out that's about the same width. The battery alone on the Viltrox is about the same width as the Falcon Eyes by itself. So got a little bit of thicker, heavier light here, but we'll see if that heavier, bigger light pays off in actual brightness versus the Falcon Eyes. I'm going to use both of them in a bit as a key light, and we'll see which one actually holds up better than the other. But first of all, let's see which one's brighter. So I have both lights at 8500 Kelvin because the Falcon Eye goes to 9000 Kelvin, but the Viltrox goes to 8500. So to make them even, I put them both at 8500. So this is bright white. We're going to hold this one up. There's the Falcon Eye. There's the Viltrox. I'm going to turn them around and aim them at the camera. Viltrox, Falcon Eye. I'm going to hold them side by side and let's see which one looks like it is brighter. That's hard to tell. I think the Viltrox is definitely giving off more brightness. It does have more bulbs in it, so it would make sense that it's more bright. But let's move on. With these two lights being the same price point, I think you're getting more brightness for your buck with the Viltrox. Again, it's a little bit bigger of a light, still portable, but a little bit bigger. So I'm going to jump over to the Falcon Eye alone real quick, and I want to talk a little bit more about some of its functionality and how it does a lot more than what the Viltrox does. So your Falcon Eye already alone does more because it allows you to completely access it with a phone app. And the phone app lets you just control every little bit of it, and it has preset modes like ambulance and police car and a TV imitation, other things like that. The primary buttons are on the side here. So you have a power button here, and then this button scrolls it. This is a button as well as a scroll wheel. So the button portion of it switches between which thing you are trying to adjust. And then the power button switches between what you're actually doing. So right now we're in the temp mode where you're changing the temperature of the light alone. And if I hit the power button, it switches modes. So here I'm in a scene. So right now it's set on like what a candle is supposed to imitate. And then you can actually adjust the intensity and how much flicker the candle gives you. And by doing that, you would just push in on your other button. So basically your power button goes through your different modes, and then your scroll button changes aspects within each mode. And that allows you to push and then toggle up and down to change the aspects. So right now while I'm in the scene mode, I'm able to use this to change the scenes. So I can change it to like imitating a TV set. So I'm watching TV now. So you can change that, and then within that, it's set on level 7 right now, so I got to get my autofocus to not focus on my face. It's set on level 7, but I can turn that up to level 10, where it's going to be more flicker, like it's a more intense show. As you can see, there's a ton of stuff you can do with this guy. That gives it points above and beyond, because the Viltrox has basically two settings. You either have your RGB or you have your temperature color. So right now I'm in temperature color, and I'm going to turn down the brightness just so we can monitor. We can do with this here. So the Viltrox goes down to 20%, and then it goes up to 8500 Kelvin. So hold on, let me keep it down at 20, and it goes down to 2500 Kelvin. So you got 2500 to 8500. The other one's 2500 to 9000. And then, so if I long press this, it's going to switch over to my RGB. And so if I short press this, it does where it actually kind of like scrolls through it, and then you press it again to stop on the color you want. Otherwise, you can, let me short press this again. If I'm short pressed it here, I'm going to show you. If I just rotate, it changes as I'm rotating. So the Viltrox is really, really simple to use. but it doesn't have as much function. If you strictly need this for having the RGB option to throw a accent light in there or add some color pop to your scene, or you need it for a fill light or even a key light in some scenarios, it works great for that. It's awesome. Like, and having the battery that's replaceable is another plus. All right, so I have both these lights at 5500 Kelvin, and my camera is currently set at 3900 Kelvin because that's what my studio lights are set at. So 5500 Kelvin, as you can see, opposed to what the camera's set at 3900, and they look pretty accurately the same. I would say they're the same. They're giving off a pretty damn close CRI. On the Viltrox, we have a battery life of 2.5 hours, running at 100% on the battery that came with it at 5500 Kelvin. That's what it states. I'm gonna take that as accuracy because I'm not gonna waste your time showing you how long it runs and running timer and all that. With the Falcon Eye, it is 90 minutes with 5500 Kelvin at 100%. So you get about an hour and a half with that one. The use on this is different, I think, than the use on this. You're going to be able to use this as a fill light at very least, and possibly a key light in most scenarios. So you need those longer hours. And again, I think having the external battery and being able to switch the batteries is good to have if you're going to be doing any kind of long shoots. If you're using this guy to backlight something, or add an effect in a room, or put it inside of a microwave, or use these magnetic pieces to add to different scenes, then it's gonna come in super handy because you can stick it somewhere, set a setting on it, and have fun with it. It's a toss-up. It's what you need in a light that's gonna matter with these two lights. Let me show you the softbox that I made for my other light like this that I could show you how to make if you bought a light that doesn't have a softbox or they don't sell a softbox for it. And it cost me less than 10 bucks, but here it is. And it doesn't look like anything super special, but I used a nice fabric here that's pretty similar to the fabrics that you get on your 5-in-1 reflectors that you can use for the softbox or for a diffusion. And then I hand sewed these elastic bands on it, and I did purposefully made one side a little bit thicker than the other so that it could go around the battery. So basically I'm just going to slip my elastic bands around the back of it, and then I have a nice softbox on my light. I'm going to turn off my key light, and I'm just going to hold this out as if it were my key light, and we'll see if it does the trick. See, I'm not going to change exposure or anything, so I got key light off, and I could key light myself with this. This is a pretty even exposure. I'm probably a little less exposed than I was with my main key light, which is a lot larger light than this. If you want to know how I made one of these soft boxes for this light and how you can make one, it's pretty easy, and I could talk more about it and do a full video on it. Put a comment below and I'll get into that in my next video. I don't want to take the Falcon Eye and I want to put the diffusion that they give you on it and give that a run. I'm going to have to take this off because it goes around it. So I have to take the bottom piece off, the adapter, and then we'll slide the, oh, it magnetized. That's a pretty powerful little magnet. Holding that up. Let's pop this up for a key, and yes, I am holding it with my hand. But what do you think? I think that it's registering. I can pull it closer to me. It could sit right about here, and then I'm getting about the same exposure, but it is definitely a little harsher on my face. Look at that harsh shadow if I pull it to the side. I'm gonna pull it a little closer to the front of me. I'd be comfortable with it here and calling it a key light, but I would have to up my exposure a little bit to feel like I'm getting the right exposure on my shot. In a pinch, you could bring this along and a Viltrox. You could have both of these lights and use a key and a fill and be happy with your results on a video shoot in most scenarios. If you guys are enjoying this video, please hit that like button. And if you want to see more stuff like this, subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification because I'm putting out new videos all the time. Moving on, I want to try out this little grid on it real quick just because I want to see how it focuses it. That focuses it down so you're not giving any cast of light. There's no cast. If my hand's here, I'm catching zero light from this until about the top of my hand. So that is definitely directing this light a lot. So if you're wanting to direct your light, you can see, so there's the light. As I lean my hand back to a 90 degree, I'm not getting any light, so it's directing this light, and that's doing its job. So the whole point of one of these is so that you can get a nice strong beam of light. And then let's try it with it off. So if it's not on there, light, there's light coming from it no matter how far back I move my hand. Scary look. Put the grid on it, and I'm holding the same spot. And maybe the tip of my nose is getting some scary look, and that's it. So you see, the grid's pretty awesome. That's pretty good. I don't have a grid for any of my other lights. Ugh, it's making it hard to pick. If I had to pick which one of these two lights I wanted right now, I couldn't pick. I need you guys to pick for me which one I should have, noting I do already have batteries for the Viltrox, but I don't have the functionality of the Falcon Eye. So you guys have to tell me. All right, guys, so how this contest is going to go down, I am going to be a little difficult here because I want to make sure you're paying attention. But subscribe to the channel, comment below on this video saying which light you think I should choose. Then I need you to go to my Instagram and follow me on Instagram and go to the post about these two lights. You'll see a picture of both of them, and it'll be my post about these two lights. And I need you to say the same comment on there so that I know it's you, and tag 2 friends that could get use out of this and might want these lights also. And once I get my subscriber count on YouTube, let's go 100 more than I'm at today, and I'm sitting at 122. So if we get 222 subscribers, if I gain 100 subscribers off of this video, I'm giving away one of these lights, and it's going to be whichever light got more votes. And then I'm going to put them into a hat, and we'll do a drawing live on Instagram. Since you'll all be following me on Instagram, you'll be able to see it. So the drawing is going to be on Instagram, so don't forget to follow over there, and you have a chance to win these lights. All right, guys, let's have fun with this contest, and I look forward to seeing what you guys think I should keep and what you guys would like to win. And let's get that subscriber count up so that I can justify this with my wife. But until then, I'm going to throw a video up that's my last uploaded video on how to make some good money with the drone right off the bat. And my video below, it's going to just be whatever YouTube thinks you guys will get a kick out of. But until next time, I'm going to keep grinding here at 80 Studios. I look forward to seeing you guys live on Instagram with that drawing, hopefully before next week. But if not, I'll see you next week with my next video. Have a good one. Peace out, guys.